Jesus.
Really?
Dude, Chuck Liddell, right?
He was very close to. They literally like brought out a measuring stick once because the guy was like, "He's not the closest one to me. The audio guy is," and they were like arguing.
Some skinny, scrawny guy.
Yeah.
No
Please.
way.
How do
It's
you
him.
feel as a man if somebody's
Oh, my
picking
gosh.
you as their alternate?
Well, to alternate to
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell, like I would,
No,
Anybody
just
but
let Jay
him.
hit me.
Anybody but
Yeah.
Chuck.
He's never going to steal my food in the
Yeah.
apocalypse.
yeah.
Have you guys seen that clip that came out this week of him leg kicking somebody?
Oh, yes.
Why would you do that?
Dude,
People
because
are
he.
idiots and they don't realize how bad leg kicks are.
Oh gosh.
Well, like, and Chuck,
Brutal.
like Chuck looks like he looks his age now, and he's got like a belly on.
He's
him.
always had that Duke
Yeah,
belly,
he
though.
does have a little
know.
belly always.
It's a man belly.
Yeah.
I know, and there's someone like it's like a comedian or somebody. I let him kick him, and bro, he doesn't hold back. He just like chops him down.
Dude, he didn't caught him right in the meat of the
Yeah,
thigh, too.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
That's the dead zone,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Yep.
a shin bone is as hard as a baseball bat, so you're getting hit with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Those guys, like over what, Muay Thai, they kick like
Oh yeah.
fence
like
posts or
Yeah, yeah,
trees
yeah.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I mean, we all watched it like Bloodsport.
Yep.
Right.
Back in the day, that was the thing. Everybody, all my friends and I, we all thought we were going to be able to be like Jean-Claude Van
Oh,
Damme,
dude.
100%.
like doing the splits and shit.
I used to practice splits because of that.
Yeah.
Did you? Did you ever make it?
No, Lord, no. I
How far did you get?
Not
was
far.
it comically
Yeah.
fun?
No, not far. I'm
but in
sure.
my head, I was closer.
Yeah.
And then I saw myself in the
And then
mirror.
you just tip forward.
Yeah. And I saw myself in the mirror, and I was like, oh, 4
Needs
feet
a
off the ground.
tripod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like this.
You're like, I'm standing.
You feel like you're really deep into it.
Oh,
too. I
yeah.
remember thinking like, all right, I'm really close.
I'm pretty close to like my taint touching the carpet.
Really?
My taint
God.
touching the carpet is somebody's romance novel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um,
That's a fetish. For sure.
Welcome to the Tragedy Academy, a show created to bridge societal divides
Oh,
in a
gosh.
judgment-free zone using candor and humor. My name is Jay. We've got an in-studio special episode with Florida Man on Florida Man. Wayne McCarty and Josh Mills are here. How you doing, gentlemen?
Very
Good.
good. Very good. Long overdue.
Yes, way overdue. Gary, how you doing today, sir? He flew in too.
Thank
Took a
you,
red
brother.
eye
Yeah,
and the wrong Uber.
I just flew in
Yeah.
from Cleveland, and boy, are my arms tired.
Oh my God, Drew Carey.
Yeah.
That is actually a
and
whole
you
joke.
stole an Uber.
Yes,
too.
I
Yeah,
did
you-
steal the Uber.
Tell him the name of the person you stole it from.
Okay, it was a black Ford Escape,
Uh-huh.
and I had a black Ford Escape, and the person's name was Carrie,
Okay.
and so they got
Okay.
real mad about it.
You can't
for no
even really
reason.
blame anybody at that point.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's
Everything's identical.
They're
except
just
the first
looking
letter
for
of
a
your name.
target at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, the guy was like,
You were the release valve that they pinpointed for their
There you
moment.
go.
yeah, he had an
100%.
accent too. It was like, so like sounded like Gary. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see what
you're not going to
saying, yeah.
correct them.
No.
You call me Carrie, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone calls
Bro.
me Greg.
My first name is Matthew with one T.
Okay.
I
Oh,
don't give a fuck what you call me.
Yeah.
Just don't like heckle me through
Honestly,
the
has it-
beginning of my name.
Has anybody ever gotten it right the first try?
Yes, right? The people that are sane. The only people that get it wrong are the
Yeah.
people that are trying to be dicks to let you know they know that it should have two T's. They'll be like,
Okay.
Matthew.
It seems like it's
Matthew,
intentional.
and I'm
though,
like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What's funny about it is that like so my first name was actually Quitman, and so whenever I would do like roll call in school, they were never looking for like the white guy with glasses. You know what I mean? Like they were always
Well, they're not looking for anybody because nobody should have that.
yeah. It's a
It
new
sounds
name.
like you said equipment.
yeah, that,
Yeah, equipment. I've never even thought of it like
McCarthy.
that.
Equipment McCarty.
That sounds like
That was
a
a
wrestler.
nickname, that's for sure.
No, it's,
They call me the equipment.
It's funny because like I honestly like I developed an insecurity on it.
Dude, I get it.
So the moment they would hesitate, I would go me and just put my hand up, whatever. So I say the one T. I mean, I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I would think
honestly,
it's Matt Hugh.
it is.
Yeah. That's how
But
I would have
They always
said it, I
confuse
think.
me for Matt Hughes, and
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
Honestly, like,
Yeah, I
really.
could see the resemblance.
Dude, really. Yeah.
Hey, shaved a little bit?
What? That
Yeah.
we're both human?
Yeah.
So it's
Caucasian.
That dude is very
So
scary.
it's like Quit Man. Like
Quit Man.
Yeah.
Quit
Quit
Man.
Man.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's an old name, yeah, but it's if we had had a son, we were gonna name him that, and then thank God we didn't. So,
Yeah.
But see, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that if explained correctly to a child, that their name is not indicative of who they are.
Yeah, of course.
It's
yeah.
honestly becomes a filter for fucked up people.
Yeah,
yeah.
for
The
sure.
ones that look at you and have like, that question mark on their face and you're like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
No, for
That's
sure.
just somebody you don't need to talk to.
It depends
Yeah.
on the name.
Yes.
If you name your daughter Cinnamon, like that's a thing,
Cinnamon.
you know, or like
Or your son. You know what I mean?
that's true.
My favorite name that I've ever had didn't belong to, or that I've ever given, didn't belong to a human. It was a cat that we adopted, and we called him Good Munson. And Good Munson came into our life, fell in love with him, and like monsoon, but with like one O, and it just rolled off the tongue. Good Munson.
I went straight to Kingpin.
Okay, well,
You know, when he did a Munson.
Okay.
yeah, no, honestly,
I thought of lamb meat, but that's mutton, right?
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, dude. I mean, but this cat, like, we brought him in and got him taken care of and got him his shots, and then the moment we got him taken care of, and he ran away.
Good Munson. That's a cool name.
I think it's a great name. So I told my kids, anytime a cat comes into our yard, it will be called Good Munson. Like, that is the spirit of it.
You lay down the law.
I don't lay down much, but I will. That's the rule.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Good Munson.
You will
rules are
call
important.
cats correctly.
100%.
Good Munson.
Yeah.
I like that. That Wayne's name is something you say when your friend is tickling you.
Good man.
Yeah.
Quit,
man.
Quit.
I don't know what else you'd say it to except being
It's funny you
tickled by
say
a
that. We were
friend.
talking about this the other day. There's a phenomenon around the tickle.
Oh, the
Yeah.
tickle.
There are
nightmare.
rules
Yep.
to who can tickle who,
Are they?
Uh-huh.
what's acceptable.
Yes.
Yep.
There's very definitive, and I don't think they've ever been written down. You don't have to write them down.
Could you lay
they're-
them out for us?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
biological.
some of
yeah.
the scenarios in my mind would
Okay.
be father to son. Okay,
Tickle fest.
all day long,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Yeah.
Father to friend.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a no tickle zone,
We're
right?
all assuming closed.
Well, I mean I
'Cause I'm
didn't
close.
start this out that way.
Clothed. We
What
started
is-
out clothed.
what is it? I
We're not
think,
starting at naked. We're starting at clothed.
Well, I started.
Patton
you wanna
Oswalt
get
says
the-
Uncle Touchy's Uncle Touchy's puzzle basement or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
The real good tickle spots are all usually hidden.
They
underneath
are like the
clothes.
armpit or like
Yes.
the back of the leg. You can't do your buddy's armpit. Like you can't go
Yeah.
coochie coochie
But
coo.
here's
Yeah,
my
not
thing.
like that either.
Yeah.
Definitely not like that.
Yeah. Also, I think it's the G, isn't it? Gucci Goo.
No.
Yeah,
No,
Gucci's-
what's a Gucci goo?
That's very-
What is
The Gucci
that?
Goo is like a much smaller list of acceptable.
Quit, man.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Goo.
That's,
Oh man, how creepy is that sound though? Like
Here, wait, let me
Oh,
taste-
if you're going for the gooch, then it's Gucci.
I don't think you
Yeah,
can.
that's what he
I don't
said.
think you can
Oh,
tickle
okay.
people if you have a beard either.
Yeah.
well, let me say.
yeah,
So
definitely. Beard and glasses is a
No, it's a no go.
it's not like a gender or sexuality
No.
thing about who can or can't tickle me. It's just that it infuriates me no matter who's doing it. It's a feeling that I don't like.
Well, there's a 15-second
Because
limit.
it's
Yes.
evoking
Yeah.
a very private feeling
Yes.
without any kind of work to earn it outside of wiggling your goddamn fingers. I don't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. I don't like that
I
manipulation.
don't want my pacemaker to like
Explode.
spaz or something,
Yeah.
right? And I feel like that of all feelings would cause it to happen. But my tickle spot is actually under my
What?
under.
If you could see the hook
I'm
hand
doing-
he's
I'm doing a
doing,
thumb
I don't know
and
what,
a
where he's
middle finger.
going.
I don't like that
I
manipulation.
don't want my pacemaker to like
Explode.
spaz or something,
Yeah.
right? And I feel like that of all feelings would cause it to happen. But my tickle spot is actually under my
What?
under.
He's trying to. Looks like
It's
he's
the
trying
model
to
for the
shame a
mug.
dude.
Yeah, but it's under. Yeah, but yeah, like 6
under.
inches.
So
Yeah.
if you have two buttholes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's under, ironically enough, under my butt cheeks. If you go like that and go, "Ew," like that's where I get tickled. So for me, it just feels vulnerable to begin with.
Well,
where
I
the
feel like
cheek-
that's okay in that
The
spot.
cheek and
Yeah.
the thigh meet.
Yes, where they connect.
crease,
on a
the
nerve
butt
ending.
crease.
Yeah,
Right
one of my
under the
favorite.
ham.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the crease, not the crack.
I actually, so I don't allow it to be.
Yeah, it's
tickled.
perpendicular
Yeah.
to the crack.
There's
Yes.
really no reason to ever
What it-
tickle anybody, honestly.
See, but there's a moment in time where you figured that out.
Tickling should
Yeah.
be illegal.
Yeah,
What'd
like
you
no
say?
one, no one wants to be tickled, so like automatically you're doing something. that's-
Argue that?
Yeah, most people,
Oh, there's a
99%
tickle
of people.
documentary.
I was about to say there's a documentary about
No
it.
shit.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
Please
very
tell us about the
intense.
Tickle
I
documentary.
think it's just called Tickle.
yeah.
Some young men got paid, and then
Bro,
Then they
what
got
channel was this on?
blackmail. Yeah,
Yeah.
by like the lady that started it.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I will destroy your life. Like you can't like not be tickled now.
Yeah, you have to. And wasn't it pitched as like a sporting thing in the
Yeah.
beginning, where
Yeah.
it was like a tickle tournament?
Yeah.
So all these young, like,
Yeah, well, I mean,
That sounds like bait.
no, well, they fell for it.
it's a Craigslist.
Yeah,
thing.
it's all these young guys, like
Yeah.
they show up, and then now there's
And they're wearing like
videos.
Umbros,
Yeah.
and like tank tops, and they're getting tickled.
By who?
Other men.
Other men, other hot boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait a second. I'm so confused.
Where did they pick up this this ad?
Who's running that? Is it like
it's very like you don't know.
Is this like Tickle Island?
Well,
is it a sexual thing?
I think so.
At the end result is not for the
Spoilers.
tickle or the tickler.
voyeurism.
It's they're filming.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it's like
Yeah.
somebody's
Oh
like,
man,
It's
it's like foot
blackmail.
porn.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's definitely some kind of.
That's so violating.
Yeah, it's weird.
do they know that like people are watching for that reason,
I
or do they
think
think
so.
they're just
I
like,
don't know
showing
if
up to
they-
tickle someone for $8?
Yeah, I don't know if they think they're in a
Some of the-
competition.
Some
or
of the
not.
fondest memories of my dad when I was a kid
Yeah.
was he would hold you down and make you laugh until you fucking couldn't stop. You couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that's taken away from us for some reason. Is it societal judgment at some point where it's like two people shouldn't have that level of
The tickling or the laughing?
the
Yeah.
laughing and tickling,
Well,
like that kind of thing.
If I saw two
I'm
people
just
in a
curious
park,
when it goes away.
two people in a park over 10 tickling each other, I'd be like, you guys got to cut it off.
You get a room.
Yeah,
Get a room.
yeah, knock it off.
Well, I say, okay, so a grown man, I mean, makes me laugh pretty hard once a week. He's sitting next to me.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
And I don't have a problem with that.
Without tickling.
But if he tickled me, it would be a whole nother scenario. And it's not like an uncomfortable like gay thing. It's like it's
weird.
It's the sensation. It's like
Yeah.
it feels violent. Because here's the thing. The tickle laugh is uncontrollable.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
forced out of you.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. So you tell me a joke, I choose to laugh at that. You know what I mean?
I like to be in control of my shit.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And also, there's a time limit because you can tickle me 15 seconds. It's fun. After that, I'm going to murder you.
15 seconds is long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you overshot that really bad.
Okay,
Because
10
I want you to just, while we
It's a
continue
rodeo,
talking,
8
15
seconds.
Mississippi.
Okay.
He
8
wants to make
seconds.
sure before he
two
kills somebody that
Mississippi.
they
If
were
you're
really
still
out of
tickling
line.
me at 15,
Yeah. I'm peeing
Yeah.
my panties.
I'm fucking
Yeah.
hurting somebody.
Yes.
Yeah. If you made me pee my
15.
pants, like
I-
you gotta fight.
It's very generous.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. All right. 8 seconds. If a
yeah.
guy can ride
Like a
a cow,
rodeo.
yeah,
Like
Okay.
a rodeo.
then I can outlast a tickle man.
I think that is like the gauge that we handle most things is like if a cowboy can do it for that long. I would do it
Yeah.
for that long.
Ideally. Yeah.
Yeah.
8 seconds is, we use the cowboy measurement system.
I think
wow.
so.
Okay.
How many cowboys
Yeah.
does it take?
Yeah.
It's like an 8-second count too. Like it was very popular in combat sports. Like if you're still fucked up after 8 seconds, like it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
True.
Yeah.
Is that the standing 8 count?
Yeah.
Wow. Tyson Fury, he got up after that standing 8 count.
Fucking that dude.
Okay, let's just say you get a, I don't know what the alert would be. It wouldn't be like a silver alert,
Yeah.
but there's a tickler in the town.
Okay.
Just be careful when you're walking out of restaurants and stuff. They may come up and tickle you.
I would stay indoors.
Yeah, I'd stay indoors.
Stay indoors.
Yeah,
I'd get an axe.
yeah.
Wow, dude.
Like
That's
the body
that's
spray.
a serious weapon.
People don't come at you with like if you got an axe.
True.
This is
That is
true.
true. If you see it on your
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
Or like those-
Ideally, they would.
Those hedges clippers.
Oh yeah.
Well, Florida has well, it's true that you can take their fingers off with the hedge clippers.
Yeah, they can't tickle shit.
Florida has a stand your
True.
ground law where like it's pretty liberal in the sense that like whether you're punching, stabbing, shooting, or tickling,
We
all
saw
that's
that.
under one thing.
Is
So
tickling in the legislation?
I think
written?
well, maybe not written, but I think it's like one of those things where like if you feel violated or you feel threatened, like the law's on your side.
You
So
heard it here first. If you get tickled,
Yeah.
if you're
stand
listening
your
and you're a
ground.
tickler and you're thinking about it,
Yeah.
just know-
What if it's like mistaken identity? Like from the back, you look like my friend Gerard.
or like from the back you look like my 11-year-old son.
Yeah, and I come
Oh,
up.
that's not
tickle,
good.
tickle.
If you tickle the wrong kid,
That's a
Yeah.
problem.
That is a problem.
But as a 38-year-old man, if someone was like, "I thought you're my teenage
bro,
son,"
I,
I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
that's a
gonna,
compliment.
Yeah,
That is a
right.
compliment.
I'm gonna put a
Yeah.
fucking light on top of my kid's head.
Oh, that's weird.
Fucking
That's
be
the
running
weird
around
kid
like
head.
accidentally.
Yeah,
Fucking,
he's getting bullied.
yeah,
Yeah, he's not.
he's
Like a
not getting
He just
tickled.
gets his ass kicked every day. Hey, come over here, light head.
like a Sims
Yeah,
character.
he's got just the orange light.
yeah.
It's his tickle light,
Oh gosh.
Oh man, that's like
tickle prevention light.
could probably sell those. Like you could probably get 4 or
Yeah.
5 of those.
Well, they
sold.
have those
Try it.
comically. those
try hard enough.
comically big hats that were a thing for
Sombrero?
a while. No, they're like baseball hats.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
Those things that look like you should be serving nachos at a party out of.
Oh, yeah.
nachos.
I love a good nacho.
I do
man.
like the sombrero idea. The
Thanks.
idea about us just roasting a whole culture in their hat. Like, oh, it's too big. It's
You
a
seen
too
those
big hat.
hats?
It's so
Those
nice.
hats.
Dial in the size of hats.
Guys,
Yeah, why is
can
it
you
so
take
big?
in the radius a little bit here?
Yeah.
It's funny
The
because
circumference.
there's a restaurant in town called Azteca, and it's like a Tex-Mex place. It's kind of nice.
I think I've been to that.
Yeah, my
pretty good.
my
It's a
daughter
chain.
chose that as her birthday lunch.
Yeah.
It's
Solid.
Because they do the guac at the table.
Yeah, it's nice.
Tacos, I'm in.
Well, we go there after church, and we're sitting down to have our meals, and they bring over the guac, this whole thing, and we go, hey, it's her birthday. So they bring over a really nice sombrero, and they sing a song to her.
Mm-hmm.
But the sombrero is just nice enough to go, I think we have to give it back. I don't think I don't think we're meant to take
You're not
that
getting
home.
a sombrero.
Yeah, no, a whole sombrero.
But my daughter, who is young, is like, well, why would she doesn't understand the idea of like regifting something? She's like, why would they take this back from me? This is like a gift.
It's like
They-
a family
they've given
heirloom,
me-
Yeah.
a
They've
mariachi
given
band
me
hat.
this hat.
Yeah.
And so then I had to tell her, like, hey, that's not yours. Like, you just get to wear it for the meal. And like, my 7-year-old's like, I don't understand that at all. Like,
But Burger King lets me keep it.
yeah, this hat's
Yeah, the
beautiful.
crown.
I guess you'd have it like it would be a debate though, like the quality of it, like if this is meant to be.
If
taken
it's a
home or
cheaper
not.
hat, you go,
Yeah.
this is ours. But this hat, I
Oh, you're
knew.
like made out of like pinata paper.
I know hats. Yes, this is
I
a
bet they
nice
had
hat.
that problem in the beginning though. Like the first one was too cheap, and everybody's like, "I'm taking this home."
Yeah, they're like, has anybody seen the birthday hat?
Yeah, so
And
they
they're
had
like,
to keep.
yeah,
Carl.
like it's a wild guess. The family who just left took it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think some people just take it thinking they're supposed to.
100%.
And I feel like I'm
Just make the door narrower.
That's
Yeah.
the best way.
So they
It
try to
falls
leave and
off
fucking
and
fall.
people are like,
Well, if it's got this string, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
it sideways like a couch, like,
Like a couch.
Yeah.
they're like, man, that
Pivot.
stays. That stays here.
or like
Oh.
electric, like
No.
shocks you.
This is a Florida special. I don't know. I don't frequent too many of those gas stations that are like in between cities like Florida has.
Oh, we do.
Like the
Yep.
the Gulf
Yeah,
or
we do.
the last
Oh, with the
Citgo
hole
or
in the
what-
bathroom.
yeah, like they
Yeah.
give you the key to the bathroom
Yeah,
in
it's
those
around
joints.
the building.
Yeah, it's usually attached to something nonsensical, like a
100%,
hubcap
yes.
or a cinder block or something. You've got
Yeah,
like
a dog.
two-hand lift.
It's just a pit bull.
Yeah.
And you can tell it.
The key.
You've got to work with it to try to get it to like you before
You're
you
just
can
trying to
poop.
pee, and it's like growling in the corner. But no, that's a great point, man. Because like I remember, this is a true story. I went to a 7-Eleven, asked to pee, and it was attached to like a woodwind instrument.
An oboe.
Yeah,
And he had to play a note to open the
If I own
door.
a gas station,
it was
it'll
like
be attached to some weird
Ocarina of
shit.
Time. Like you had to like play it to open the door.
You gotta take a
Yeah.
shit and you just hear oboe music from inside the bathroom.
Yeah, like, I'm just
keep
trying to
going.
pee.
Yeah. Occupied.
You're just sitting in there with a didgeridoo.
Yeah, it is though. I'm
Oh,
glad you
gosh.
said that because that's something I never thought of. Is like it's always large enough to keep you from stealing it. Because
Yeah.
I don't think folks would steal it to be mean. They would just take it out of like convenience. Like I don't want
Yeah.
to walk back in and give this to you.
Yeah.
Someone take it to my car.
There's already shame in like I'm pooping here.
Yes,
Right.
What is that? Like we all do it,
Everybody has to, right?
right? We got a book that you get when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Everybody poops.
Yeah.
we're unpacking a lot already. Tickling.
Yeah.
The shame of pooping publicly. I mean, there's
Or
a lot.
pooping in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, isn't that there's theories behind it? Like that's the first form of shame that you're taught as a
Wow.
human because you're
think
supposed
so.
to look at it and not be proud of what you did, or that you should be.
Okay.
I'm proud
You've
of it
left
sometimes.
something disgusting. Oh, definitely. Some are worth
Yeah.
a picture.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
like a toddler,
cobra.
a toddler would like,
cobra?
stand in the corner and be like, and the moms don't realize what they're doing. They're like, oh, they're pooping. But
Yeah,
if you,
the pose.
You scale
They're
that
leaning up against the
How
wall.
embarrassing is that? He's just, I mean, he instinctually or she instinctually knows to walk away and potty,
True.
and then a grown human's like, you're taking a dump over there.
Exactly. Dude, your buddies would hit the door.
Yeah, like a family reunion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, at my high school, like they didn't have the shit around like the stalls because
Oh, no door.
What?
no, and
Just an open commode?
Oh, it was bad, and I was the worst. 'cause
I'm
I would be
not-
like,
I'm
"We got a
feeling-
shitter," and people would run in. They would grab people by their ankles, rip them off. They would
my
get wide
gosh.
toilet paper. It was rough.
That's a core
Wow.
wound.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I want to circle back around to that. Someone reach under and grab their ankles and pull.
Oh
them
no,
off.
No,
there's
no,
thing,
no
it's just
door
toilets, 'cause
walls.
I think someone got shanked a few years earlier.
Oh,
So
wow.
you're just like shitting and like, hey, what's up, buddy? It's like, yeah. So people
Shitting in the
Yeah.
apocalypse.
you would have to leave. I used the cafeteria bathroom, like for the lunch ladies would use, so they like wouldn't let us do that. Then I would go to the nurse's office. Then they were onto that because I was an asshole and everybody
Tummy
wanted to catch me. So then I just had to leave.
Did you go to school like in Chino, like in Southern California?
California, it would be nice, but I went Cleveland,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is not nice.
The Whites have a stronghold there in Cleveland now. But what? No, I'm just saying. Ohio, like I heard a lot of stories recently about like crazy white moms and dads like doing like care and stuff. Like
They are the
Cleveland.
next Florida.
Like yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
It's that the cousin.
Yeah, the
Florida
kissing cousins of-
people are
of
saying.
Florida.
Yeah.
yeah, cousins like that are also like dating.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
you
is
just gotta-
Tickling.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
lots of that.
what is this man
No
about? Like,
gas money will fuck up your ability to fucking procreate
true.
larger
Yes,
circles.
This is true.
well, okay, well, dude, like, so the stalls that like don't close all the way and they have just enough for someone to
the
peek
creep
through.
gap?
yeah.
The thing about the creep gap is, man, it's easily fixed. Like, I want like a scientific engineering explanation as to why you would leave a creep gap, other than perversion, because it doesn't make any sense, dude. Like, you can close that in.
So many things we do.
You know who does it right? Bucky's.
Oh yeah.
Bucky's does the
True.
full closure.
My brother-in-law loves that place, dude. He
Buc-ee's
like has
is
a
like-
shit fit when he goes there. He loves
I
it.
bet a
Loves it.
shit fit.
I'll stop there
Oh.
if I don't have to poop and try to push one out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just to experience it.
But I did see a meme the other day where they had a picture of a sign in the shower that said one person at a time,
Yeah.
please.
Oh wow.
Bucky's.
Yeah, I try to buck that rule.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
People going in there, you know, on a long haul with their significant other
Or
and
people that
using that shower that they have.
Or
in it for
just
dr-
folks who are, yeah, I mean, because or maybe conservationists, right? They don't want.
Yeah.
They want to save.
It
water.
wasn't a line of hippies at the Bucky's.
Well, you know what
Yeah.
the sign says? Bucky's at the shop, Boosie's in the shower. The pronunciation shifts depending
I
on
thought
where
you were going with Bucky's.
White
No.
man.
There's a video of a woman that just, I mean, slaughters the name over and over. I'm at Busey's.
Yeah, it's like a crazy white guy that's like in the movies.
I said this to a friend of mine. He moved in from Seattle and a couple years ago, and I said, he goes, yeah, we stopped at Bucky's on the way in, and I was like, I don't recall what you're talking about. And he goes, the place with the beaver, and I go, oh, you mean Boosie's?
Oh, I love it.
And he goes, oh, I've been saying it wrong the whole time, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Man. I'm like, no big deal. You're not from Florida, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
And like an hour later, he texted me. He's like, "You're a piece of crap."
I
Got him.
love the rogue plant.
I was just thinking in my head, like, wait, is it?
yeah.
You know,
The trick is just deadpanning it.
Always,
That's
dude.
the-
Laying small traps like that are fantastic.
for your own humor.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
like humor for me is not making fun of somebody. It's like making myself laugh. So like if I can get you to do something silly, like just like by deadpanning it, like and I think it's funny, that's great. I love that.
100%.
Yeah, fact plants are great though.
Yeah.
If you leave somebody off into the, into the wild blue yonder, they'll come back years later and be like, dude, you've had me doing this for how long?
Oh, I think Segura said his dad told him Tommy Lee Jones was gay. And then, and then Tom told like everybody in the industry just
Wow.
casually, like, isn't that cool? You know, and then finally somebody was like,
Yeah.
yo, like it got back, like knew Tom, and they're like, Tom's, Tommy Lee Jones, like, dude, Tommy's not gay. Like, and Tom Segura was like, I've been telling everybody.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Like,
That's
You
like
should
telling
fact check
somebody that. that guy's blind in one eye,
Oh,
but
yes.
nobody knows.
Yeah, 100%.
Or
everybody just keeps staring at the,
They always,
oh,
they're always
God.
on the right side of him. so
Yeah.
they can
Oh,
see.
yeah, that,
Or they're talking shit from the
Yeah.
other
He
side.
just has mirrors all around.
That's
tell the
actually
person's
great.
blind.
We should do that like in our studio. Like when someone comes in, just be like, we have our producer is called Baby Luke, and he's so funny. But we were just like, hey, Baby Luke is really insecure. Just don't look at him in the eye.
Yeah, just approach him from the left side.
Yeah, and then he has to like think that everybody is like, avoiding him. But like
or like say he's
Giving him a
deaf. He's
complex.
deaf. He's our podcast producer. He's
Yeah,
deaf.
yeah.
he'll listen to this and be like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I had an awkward moment at the Austin airport yesterday. Austin airport's amazing. They
Yeah.
have like food trucks and live music where it
What?
looks like it's outside, but it's inside. So I went to the taco truck and it's like loud. And like the lady said something to me and I couldn't understand her. I'm like, I'm deaf. But she was really deaf.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
Oh
and it was
my
like really
gosh.
loud. And I do have like only about 20-30% hearing in my
Sure,
left
sure.
ear. And my ears hadn't not popped back yet. So like I couldn't hear what she was saying.
Yeah.
But it was really because she wasn't talking.
She put a sombrero on you.
Yeah, no, that would have been awesome though.
Yeah. That's a foot in the mouth moment, man.
That's trying to shake somebody's hand with one arm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So then you just elbow dap them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were
Yeah,
talking about
that's
earlier.
exactly how that conversation went before you got
Like,
like,
do you nub them? But it could be like the classic Vietnam vet safety pin.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That one was always. I feel like that was like the only way you could take care of them back
Yeah.
then. It was very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you couldn't
wasn't
sew,
that a
you
thing?
couldn't,
Yeah.
you
Like,
couldn't
for a
sew
long
shirts
time?
different back then.
Oh, maybe that's
You
it.
had to just take them how they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
you
it was
couldn't
always like
change
the
it.
safety pin. it seems
Yeah.
like, in the movies.
That's odd now that I think about it.
It,
Like,
it was a thing
couldn't
for a
custom
long
make it.
time.
yeah, you couldn't
Yeah.
hem that?
Like, you
Yeah,
couldn't,
somebody
like,
was hemming pants
put it-
back then.
Yeah.
Put a bag tie on it.
Yeah. They're like, no, it's your fault. You lost it.
Yeah.
We're not making
lost
custom
it.
clothes.
Yeah,
No
like there's got to be a Vietnamese lady. Like
I'm
maybe
sure.
that's why.
I saw a
Yeah.
clip yesterday, man. And forgive me for going long, but this guy it's this white redneck guy, and who's afraid of everything, and he thinks the government's coming to take his I don't know, food away or something. But he's talking about how he booby trapped the yard.
Oh
And
no.
he's being dead serious, and he goes,
That's not good.
He goes, I even hired a Vietnamese man to come over and help me with the booby traps.
Oh,
and he's
no.
being dead
wow.
serious.
Oh wow.
And he was
That's
like-
the people to get.
Yeah, and he was
Mm.
like, he's like, we dug out spike trips, and he's dead serious. But like the commit,
Bungee pits with
yeah,
his.
all the
Wow.
comments are like, dude, that's commitment.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even mad. I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, like,
Yeah, like
fecal dipped.
yeah.
Oh
oh
no!
man, I hate getting stuck with fecal dip stuff.
Thank you.
I know.
Finally, someone.
That's actually what I like to do with my straw before a milkshake.
a fecal
Oh,
dip.
yeah.
Gives it
Yeah.
that
I
extra
appreciate it a lot.
spice.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember
You build up an immunes.
Legend of the Hidden Temple? Remember that show?
Oh,
Never
yeah.
watched?
What was it?
Oh,
Hidden
yeah.
Temple?
Legends of the
Legends.
Legends.
Temple.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Old Mac.
The temple guards would poke you with that fecal dip.
Oh yeah.
Did they say they
All
were
those
fecal
kids
dip?
died.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I was wondering what happened to those kids.
You either won light up shoes or you die.
Yeah.
Oh
or
no!
pike.
You have to. If you survive, you got to climb the aggro crag on the next set.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is just
Get
real
over
lava.
the global guts.
Yeah, if you don't, you're
Remember
dead.
Mo?
Mo
Oh, it's hot.
was
Mo was the Australian
Lady,
girl
yeah.
who hosted that.
She was a woman. When I
yes,
watched.
yes.
Yes.
Now back to Mo.
Yeah, and Mo
Oh,
was
yeah.
always.
Now I remember. Just when you said that, and I just
Yep.
triggered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That guy was a comedian, right? The host.
It
I
was.
think so.
Was it?
They're,
God, I
they're
can
still
picture
doing
him.
that.
Do
with,
they
like,
still do shows like that?
I wish. Like
Yeah, I just picture
the
them
game
jumping
shows.
down, grabbing a ball, and then trying to jump back up.
Everything
On
now
that
is
Double
rubber
Dare
thing.
was
Everything-
amazing.
Yeah.
Double Dare.
Man, and I used to get heated.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, my family would crush that thing.
Yeah, and they're like
the
so-
monkey bars running through a face.
Yeah, picking a nose.
Yeah, bro.
Pizza.
Oh,
The
yeah.
hardest one is the pizza.
Yeah.
Trying to find the flag in the pizza was the hardest one. Oh,
yeah.
I had the confidence to be. I would assign roles. Like my sister could do monkey bars. I could easily, go through the pizza. My dad could unicycle, whatever. You know
The
what I mean?
nose.
Like
Your mom
yeah.
could do the nose.
it was
would've
always
fucked
these
up.
cheesy white families that were just
Oh, yeah.
supposedly on vacation, and the dad was like, "I can't find the flag," and it's just like I would kill you.
You're
bro.
looking in the same spot the whole time,
Bro,
Yeah,
there's-
go
what's
the
at
other
stake?
nostril.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. What's at stake? You
I
better
don't,
get
I
that
don't know what
fucking
it's
flag.
called when a kid divorces their parents.
Yeah.
Emancipation.
I would do that
Emancipation,
to
yeah.
my parents. If
Moving
we
north.
if we were selected to be on that show and we lost and we didn't get the 3-day
it's
cruise to the
over.
Bahamas, dead to me. I would
Yeah.
walk away.
Oh yeah,
so
if I didn't
quick.
get my Coleco,
Yes.
I'm gonna be fucking mad.
Come on.
the mountain
yeah.
bike,
Yeah.
Oh,
Please.
and they would always sell the mountain bike with 20 speeds. Like,
No,
That's not
everything
what I
was
want.
Con Air too.
Yeah,
It was
oh,
a
yeah.
Con Air phone, a Con Air blow
Oh, yeah.
dryer, a
Yeah.
Con Air
Con
fucking
Air had like a
everything.
whatever happened to that? Like, I had like a Con Air Walkman that was like in a.
What did happen to Con Air?
probably
Yeah.
Sears bought them.
I'm
and
sure
Sears
they
went
got
out.
It's
absorbed.
another movie for
How
Nicolas
Sears
Cage.
fucked that up so bad?
Yeah.
So good. What a trip down
Oh,
nostalgia,
gosh.
man.
Oh yeah, I think like booby trap. I once made an airbag minefield.
Go on.
I once made an airbag minefield,
Go on.
and I almost got fired for that.
Yeah.
How so?
They got really mad about it because like insurance and stuff.
Who's
But
they?
How much access do you have to airbags?
I had like 40 of them.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
I mean, what do you expect a guy to do if he's got 40 airbags? I mean,
it was a guy
I
called-
feel like that's a challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was on a Street Outlaws TV show, and this guy named the Mad Scientist was like, I got 40 airbags. Like,
Takata.
Perfect.
what can
yeah.
we do with them? And I'm like,
Takata, yeah. The recalled ones.
Yeah.
yeah, they were. And,
Oh, no.
So some of them didn't even go off, and some of them just went off. And I'm like,
Oh,
well,
my
obviously
gosh.
we bury them and like try to get from one side to the other, and they're all like, that's the most amazing idea I've ever heard. So we got one of
sounds
those big
like a
inflatable
real-
hamster balls.
Oh, the Zorbs.
Yeah. So I assured them nothing would happen. And while I'm on the phone with it, the mad scientist takes one step back and steps on him and like almost
my
closes his leg
gosh.
off.
Oh my god.
And I was
Oh,
like,
he wasn't. He's
What
like,
does he look like? You know how when you like
He looks
put
exactly-
an M80 on a G.I. Joe?
Yeah, he flies in the air.
yeah. And I'm like, it's gonna be
Super
fine.
Dave.
Like we have safety. There's like, like what was that? I'm like,
Femur
oh, that's just.
snapped.
I'm like, that's
yeah,
just.
he wasn't in the
joking
Zorb.
around.
He wasn't in the Zorb though.
Yeah, it's conversations like this that make me realize I'm not a smart man because as soon as you said Zorb, I'm like, that
that's
should
fine.
protect
That
from the
should
blast,
protect-
right?
It
Yeah,
was
man.
fine. It was fine inside that.
Yeah.
You just step on one.
Yeah.
I
You got to mark those though.
What's
You're
your
supposed to
legs
mark
look like
them.
when
We
they
just
get
we marked them
blasted?
after the
By
sixth
an
one.
airbag?
When someone's like, "Hey, we should mark where we put things." I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
Bro, okay,
Oh,
so I just
gosh.
found this out yesterday, and I mean, it's public knowledge, so I don't mind saying it on the air. But in the city of Bartow, the airport for a while had munitions that were buried from World War II.
Oh.
Yes.
And some folks, someone accidentally kicked one that was dug up, and it was like it took off like it
What?
and hit a fence.
Holy
but
shit.
luckily, they just did training there, so there was no live warheads on it,
Uh-huh.
and that's what they were told. And so the government had to come in and basically dig up the airfield and pull up all these. And then I asked the guy, I said, so they got them all, and he goes, "We think they did." And he said it so
Wow.
casually, and I
Think
go,
like that.
"Bro, you think they did? Like."
Things. That's the only word I
There's got
heard
to
was
be a way
think.
to tell. by
Yeah.
now with
I'm
technology.
assuming they did, but and I am reassured that they were all training
Well, they
weapons.
should be at kickable height.
Well, that's what I wanted to know. Is like,
Yeah.
just like eventually this warhead, like, this missile just like
Ah,
raises up,
yeah.
and someone's like, "What's that?" You know?
Oh no!
then
I need
kicks it.
somewhere to sit while I eat my sandwich.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be crazy. That'd be bad.
Is that a bench?
Yeah, yeah.
You wily coyote
What's this?
out of here.
What's this symbol on here? Radiation.
Oh, that's like a punk
Skull?
rock band. Is that like Rage Against the Machines logo?
Remember that, dude?
Yeah.
That'd be. I mean, that's a tangent, but the pickup girl or the pinup girl on the rocket. Remember that old?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
when they
yeah.
used to do like the face. They would do like shark faces or a
Yes.
pinup girl or
That's sick, bro.
or like the aces, a
I'm gonna
couple of
write-
playing
I'm gonna write
cards.
that down.
Yeah.
That's actually my next tat. That's great.
That is a great tattoo.
Thanks, dude.
What is it going to be?
Rosie the Riveter.
It was a lady
He's
with a
gonna get
shark
Rosie
head.
the Riveter
shark
on his
head.
back.
Yeah,
like,
I heard a lady
super
with a
wide.
shark head on a rocket.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I could draw that.
Yeah, dude. Let me know if you do. But yeah, dude. I just want to say, like, I know we've been going for a second, but man, what a lovely studio, and like,
Yeah.
you guys really do it right, and it's amazing. I mean, like, it's everything like down to like the scent is like perfect.
Have you even looked up?
I love it.
I know,
I have a
right?
big mouth, man,
Yeah.
and when you're trying to remove echo, you
yeah.
need to input things like that, bass traps, and
Yeah.
But that was all. Honestly, didn't need as much as I have. It offsets with the more you learn about audio engineering,
Yeah.
the less soundproofing and other dynamics you need in a podcast, room
Yeah,
like
sure.
this.
Well, the setup's beautiful, man. The place.
I
is
very much
wonderful.
appreciate
Yeah,
that. We're
you
very
guys are
fortunate.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just hoping tech, like, so we don't have all the audio knowledge.
Mhm.
We're just hoping that tech meets us where we are, so we don't
Dude,
have
it's
to
on
learn.
its way.
We don't have
Yeah.
to learn
Yeah, he
anymore.
complains about that
I
once
get
a day.
mad, dude, because
Yeah.
I'll buy something and then the next week it's smaller, easier, and better.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there looking at something that nobody even wants on Facebook fucking marketplace.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
I've been like,
Like, why would I do that? Amazon will have the new one here in 10 minutes.
It's antiquated quick, man. And that's we're in the boat, man. Like neither one of us are engineers, and so we'll throw money at stuff to make it easier
Yeah.
for us. Friends like you guys are a blessing.
Yeah, the
It's
big
a-
roadcaster,
Likewise,
and
you-
then it was a month later.
Yeah.
I sent him a link. I'm like, they got another one
Yeah.
coming out smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like that. Like being in the television game for 20 something
Oh,
years.
man.
It's like I'm not a huge tech guy, but these guys you just hear like the camera guys bitch like every day. It's like as soon as you get the whatever,
Yeah.
it's like the next one comes out with higher resolution, easier, smaller, and,
Internal
like,
gimbal. You can do backflips on,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's
and
like-
it's
Yeah.
still.
the
burning through
lenses
hard
are the one
drives.
thing like to invest in.
gosh.
Like lenses are like always going to be good, but like the camera, get the Blackmagic 6. The 7 comes out like a month later.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
like you get and everyone's fucks with Sonys now. They don't, you know. It's like
And it's got enough stuff to make you mad. It's not like a mild upgrade.
Yeah.
It's like, now we'll do everything you needed the other one to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything you were trying to learn on the 6, you don't have to learn that. It's done on the
We're
7.
doing this
Thank
for
you.
you.
Yeah.
yeah, the good companies do that. You know, they'll say
Right.
the problems are that then you know plug the gaps, but then it's like, but everything's like ease. Like, how's it gonna be easier, quicker,
Right.
faster?
What's it feel like to have so much knowledge and fucking product in your hands that you can milk shit to a group of people at your discretion
Right.
and keep them on the hook
Yeah.
paying you
Yeah.
for as long as you live?
Yeah.
That's a weird dynamic.
It's
like
nice
Apple.
power. Yeah.
I would love being on both ends. I think. I mean, I would love to be.
What?
I would love to be. I would love to be the person
The receiver.
being milked. No.
Yeah.
No, I-
Nah, he's got a milking
I know
table.
a
Yeah.
place you could pay for that. It's not. That
When I would love to
Yeah.
be the folks who have figured that business model out, you know,
Yeah.
and go, hey, they're always coming back. But at the same time, there is a part of me that's like, you know, I think part of what we do or why we do what we do is, is to constantly upgrade and to learn more and that kind of stuff, you know, and better ourselves. And it is a privilege. Like a lot of shows, like you guys and ourselves, we don't have a ton of peers that have the privilege of going, well, we'll just buy the upgrade.
100%.
You know what I mean? And so we're very fortunate to be able to do that. And we say this to younger shows quite frequently, like, if your product is good, man, like people will listen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Like,
agree
so-
100%.
Yeah, and so like
Yeah.
you know, so it is a catch-22, but I do like new gear. Yeah, it's something about it,
Yeah.
Dude, there's
It's an
nothing like
addiction,
peeling
man.
that plastic off a
Like-
screen.
or forgetting to.
Ooh.
And then like
Finding your microwave a month later.
like 2
and
months
that-
later, you're like, oh god.
There's like savages that won't take the shit off. And
Yeah.
like, it's
Oh yeah, you're a fucking
and it's like
Nazi.
people that do that with their like the screen protector on their phone, and it's
Oh,
like all
gosh,
fuzzy,
please.
and
Yeah.
like you can't even see your screen.
Yeah.
But like
It's
you know,
peeling up on the corner.
yeah, it's like
just
your,
take it.
Your whole experience with that phone sucks. It's
Yeah.
like because you're worried that it might break.
That's an elder millennial boomer thing. I think that is like I saw a tweet the other day that said, I don't know which millennial needs to hear this, but you can throw away the box your iPhone came in.
Oh, shut up, dude.
He used to go to his garage.
I
You
ain't
don't
throwing
have
out
to keep
boxes.
We could make a sweet box for it in his garage.
God damn it, dude. I hate throwing away a box when I buy
true.
something.
I save boxes, and I think
Yeah.
the reason why is because my dad would always tell me, like, if we need to send it back, like we do.
That's
Yeah.
what I would hear.
Yeah.
Like we can't.
But I've
You have
never
to
sent
Sears
anything back.
robot.
I hate
I've
it.
never sent anything back.
No,
Hate it.
I've never taken a thing back in my life. I don't think.
No.
If
Not a
I go
word,
through a
not
drive-through
product.
and get a sandwich and it's the wrong sandwich, I'm not circling back.
No.
to the right
Yeah.
one.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I would just shove it down my gullet and pretend I like
100%.
it. Yeah.
Shake the onions off of it, whatever it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
roll on.
Onions.
You're not coming back through so you can fucking spit on it and
Yeah,
we can have a
100%.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of savage like is shitty to people like at like drive-throughs? Like I said, fuck like,
Man,
you're gonna get food from that person now.
Bingo. Yeah. I'm not complaining.
No.
I'll complain in an email.
Yeah, if it's raw chicken or something like
Yeah.
that.
even
where
then,
I will
I'm not gonna.
Well,
not.
I'll just go buy another one. But I'm not
different
gonna like make
location.
a stink and then like go eat their food. Like
No, not a chance.
Yeah. Food is unique.
There's
in
no
that way.
rules inside that. What's
hold the
behind the
power.
wall
Yeah.
They hold
is
the
all
power.
trust.
Yeah. And you can't think about it.
No.
You just have to
No.
it's like a don't ask, don't tell.
oh,
Like,
there's
let's
been
just-
places where like a Wendy's where I saw like they do like worker like out back and he like looked disgusting or whatever. And like I didn't go to any Wendy's for like 4 years because of this one experience at one place.
You can't get a stinger.
I've been that guy. I did a week at CC's Pizza.
Yeah.
And the guy that was training me, he's like, hey, so I was busboy. He's like, hey, if you want to like, you can get tips at this job. And I'm like, oh yeah, no shit. And he's like, so just like go up if people have a drink and just be like, I'll refill that for you. So like my first day, I'm just covered in just nasty, just like pizza plates and stuff. And I go up to this family. I'm like, you want me to fill your drink? And they're like, no, don't touch my cup.
Why are you even talking to me?
Please don't touch my cup.
You smell like dishwater.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh man, like,
Huh.
I intentionally don't look like
Yeah.
in the back at all.
Yeah,
My
you
first job was well, not my first job, but one of my jobs when I was a kid was at a fast food restaurant.
Okay.
It was Captain D's.
Oh, my
I love
gosh.
Captain
Captain D's,
Wow.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to
I've ever heard
ruin
of it.
something for you.
Yeah.
Stand back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So when you're a kid working at a fast food restaurant, you're working usually in the afternoon and you're around like non-felons, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that
like
in
this,
Cleveland.
Someone's gotta
the
manage
spider
it.
web tattoos
Right, yeah.
and
On
the
the
other
elbow, yeah.
like teardrops and
They're
shit
not
are the
there
morning
yet.
crew.
Right,
They're
right.
the morning crew.
Right.
They're there when
Yeah,
you're at
yeah.
school and they're prepping everything. Well,
Yeah.
I had like a Saturday that they asked me to come in the morning.
Uh-oh.
And there's this gentleman that worked there that I swear to God, he looked like Danny Trejo.
Oh, man.
Like in my mind at 16, this guy was terrifying. He
Oh,
looked like
yeah.
he'd
Yeah.
done a nickel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
last week. He never really said anything. He had a ponytail and he just stands there.
Doesn't need to say anything.
I walked in and he looks over at me and he's mixing coleslaw with a glove on one hand
Okay.
in this big tub. There's a
Yeah.
glove on.
What's
Yeah.
Captain D's? Yeah.
You'd think
Yeah.
that he would know not to use a cigarette over his coleslaw. He
Nah.
looked at me, he had one single cigarette, like manly hanging out of
Oh,
one
wow.
side of his
Yeah.
mouth,
Yeah.
Cool.
not ashing it,
Yeah.
right? He's just
Yeah.
taking it to the
It'll
left
ash
eye,
itself.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
real
yeah.
man style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm watching, like from a distance
Waiting.
out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, what's going on? Is it gonna
Yeah. Is it
happen?
gonna
Yeah.
drop?
Is it gonna drop?
man.
And it was so quiet
It's
in
like
there.
slow-mo.
All you hear is,
Oh, gross.
Right? And then
I
you hear-
can't. No more.
I'm like, I'm looking,
I love
and then
that
I hear,
sound.
Oh.
and it
It
just
falls
keeps
right in.
going. And that ash is like a solid,
Yeah,
like
and he's
inch
like,
and a
done.
half. He just
So
went.
He was just
good.
waiting
I
on
never
that.
ate coleslaw again.
It's actually not that gross.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Like
Just
the
carbon.
ash is like you'll eat like a hot dog that you like roasted over a
but
fire.
it's not made by Philip Morris.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
it's
but
gross,
it's
but there's
true.
like way grosser shit.
I
than
don't
that
know,
in
man.
there.
It just threw me off.
I mean, the glove is nice.
I will
He
say-
had the glove on. That's nice. That's
That will be
considerate.
dispersed so thin
Yeah.
into all of that.
I love that.
It'll
in
look
his-
like pepper, anyways.
In his mind, he was like, "I'm doing my."
I wasn't saying shit though.
Well, I worked at McDonald's for a couple weeks when I was a kid, and I watched somebody. This is true. Drop a whole. They're frozen, to be fair, but drop a whole bag of frozen nuggets and sweep them up into a dustbin and then dump them into the fryer, and like it was no big deal.
Honestly,
Fryer kill stuff.
but I do drop shit on the floor and still.
Well, and it's frozen, so I.
You have to make that decision if it's your floor. Your
This
house,
is true. It's not
true.
slippery
Yeah, but
with
as a
fucking
kid-
last
Oh,
week's
yeah.
grease.
As a
Yep.
kid, agree or disagree, I just knew my job is to say nothing, because I don't.
That wasn't a new dustpan.
It wasn't a new dustpan, and they also didn't give you the. They
It
didn't-
wasn't like a nugget dustpan.
No, this was
For
like
nuggets.
this was
And-
for like dead bugs.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the privilege of working with non-felons. I got to work with the crew, so like like for me, they called me sweet meat as soon as I came into work.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not saying anything to them, you know, like
Yes, sir.
yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
dude. Like the Aryan
He had to
Brotherhood.
hold on to someone's belt loop when they walked around.
This is how you
He's got
intern.
one of those like those backpacks with the monkey tail. And
Oh man.
They're like, don't repeat this, and I'm like, I won't ever.
it's on a recoil with a fucking.
Dude, I genuinely quit that job, and then I quit out of anger, and but then I had to call my mom because she dropped me off.
That's
so-
the worst way to storm off.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I quit, and then I come back in. Can I use your phone? 'Cause it's like
Well, if you use
before.
your phone, I'm gonna call my mom.
Yeah.
You can't storm
And
off.
what's funny is
Oh,
the
no.
manager was like, I need your shirt because it was a uniform shirt. And I was
Of
like,
course,
can I bring
yeah.
it back? And she was like, no. So I took my shirt off. And so I'm just standing outside McDonald's, no
It's the
shirt
most
on.
Florida thing.
Black pants, black shoes.
Waiting for my mom to
You're
come
wearing
pick
those
me up.
sensible industrial
Oh,
black shoes.
And nobody
100%.
blinked an eye because it's not unusual.
No, it's Florida. Yeah, I'm
Florida.
smoking a cigarette. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just
It's
waiting for my mom.
perfectly normal in Florida.
Yeah.
It
We're
is
just,
perfectly normal in
we're just
Florida.
I mean, I think a captain is top, right? Maybe commander.
Yep.
But Long John Silver's, what's his role in
Title.
the Navy?
Yeah, true.
Is he under the captain?
Admiral.
Is he admiral?
Was he an admiral?
Well, it's like Long John.
Is he
and
above
Captain
or
D's,
below
so
crunch?
Captain D's is
Oh.
nuts.
Captain
but Long
D's
John
is-
Silver's the penis.
Dude, Captain D's
Wow,
has
they're-
the best fish, like fried fish. And I don't know what it is.
No.
They even sell something called cracklins.
It's just
You
the-
can get a boat of cracklins
Yeah.
where
That's
they
like
just
a-
dump
sister.
the batter in the oil, scoop it out, and
Yeah.
drop it in there.
Isn't Cracklin's like chicharron.
Just
No.
like
You're
deep
yes,
fried,
but not this.
nothing.
It's the fish batter that they just pour in there and they give you a basket. We're
That's
so
true.
fat.
No, I will say this, and I don't know if this is still the case, but managers at Captain D's could marry you. Like
They were
officiate the
officiants,
wedding. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they were captains.
Gar-
Son of a bitch.
Gary
I wish
had
I knew that.
Gary had a good thought. He said that Captain D's is the nuts, and then
Yeah.
Long John Silver's. Why are seafood places inherently
That's-
perverted?
Very phallic.
Like why are they?
Oh.
Why are
Like
they
these
dumb?
nuts and then like Long John.
I
Long
missed
John
the innuendo.
Silver's.
Their
Yeah.
hush puppies are good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well,
Huh.
let me tell you this though. So I know we're going, I know I'm getting really hungry actually.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We actually have pizza out there. I saw it come in.
Well, Long John Silver's has the hybrid A&W now,
Yeah.
so you can.
Yeah,
There,
you
there's
get
no,
Oh, yeah.
there's
corn
nothing,
dog nuggets.
There's nothing worse for your stomach than like fried fish, corn dog nuggets, and a milkshake. You know what I mean?
Fucking-
Yeah, that's not bringing any.
A root
An
beer
orange
free.
sherbet.
Yeah,
like
a
fucking
root beer float.
Oh, yeah, the orange. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh,
backblast area clear.
Who's
Just-
going to Long John Silver's in 2024 though?
Dude,
Bro,
they're
it's
still in
not-
business.
I'm
bro.
not raising
Florida-
my hand, but
Florida
like-
has the Rogue franchise.
yeah.
I feel like they die here.
I'm gonna say this, man, and people can think less of me, but the fish tacos at Long John Silver's are so good.
I've never been at a Long
I
John Silver's.
I like
in-
fish and chips.
I don't need fish.
That's same.
It's that Irish part in me somewhere.
Yeah, I love fried fish. I love fried food, but I love fried fish a lot.
Yeah, there's places that like I don't hate Arby's, but I'm never like I want to go to Arby's.
I mean,
I don't have a.
If
I
I'm
don't
on
know if
a
you're
beef
getting the
and
right
cheddar?
stuff. Then
okay, I just texted somebody the other day. The stuff I respond to in DMs, people think I'm insane. This guy that I barely know, his sister came on our show. He started following our show. He posted an Arby's thing the other day, and I responded to that and I said, "Did you know the red sauce there is called Red Ranch?" And he wrote back and he goes, "No, I didn't know that." And that was like the end of the conversation. How crazy! I look just dropping off like fast food facts.
Yeah.
I love that.
better than it ends right there. Like there is no like, oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Or, oh, it's just like,
depends
no.
on the red sauce.
That was just a
Right, it
added
does.
fact.
They got Bronco Berry sauce. That's what you want.
I just-
Bronco Berry.
Yeah.
That's-
I don't want to say too much.
We're
That
Arby's
sounds like a
advocates,
dancer's
bro.
name.
I like Arby's,
I'm
but
Bronco
like,
Berry.
if I'm on the road and there's one next to the hotel we're staying in, like, I'm going there.
Yeah,
But,
of
like,
course.
In regular
Underrated
life,
item on the Arby's menu? Mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, I get them every time.
Really?
I just
Bro,
jalapeno.
they
Like
are-
not breaded. They're like the battered ones.
and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
fat.
Yeah.
Come on, see, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Is that
But they don't pull.
No, they don't, but
Sometimes
they're
they snap.
You gotta
But
eat
they're
them
still
immediately.
so-
You have to burn
Yeah.
your mouth,
Yep.
or it's string cheese.
Yeah.
Like
I will say this,
If
dude.
not, they cool quick.
I've almost choked to death twice in my life, and both times were on mozzarella sticks or like
Something shaped like that.
yes, two cheese.
or my college roommate Tony.
A Long John Silver.
Cheese sticks and
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah. Or Anthony. He made me
He
call
likes
him.
me use his
Yeah,
formal
He
name.
called it a mozzarella stick, but it was not one.
It was not bread. It was not bread.
No, okay, but the funny thing is, do you remember indoor Pizza Huts when you
Yes.
could go inside?
Oh,
and
it
eat
was
the buffet?
amazing.
Phenomenal.
Book it.
Yeah.
Meeting
Okay,
is fundamental.
So we had a baseball
buffet.
tournament, and we got taken to the buffet after a baseball game, and I'm just
you won?
chugging pizza, huh?
Because you won.
lost.
Oh,
And
consolation.
yeah, and I take a bite of an extra cheesy pizza, and it just like dangles down my
Oh,
throat.
okay. I'm gonna throw
And,
up.
and there's nothing more.
can
The
feel
only
it.
thing more embarrassing than like crapping yourself is like choking. And as
It's
an
weak.
adult,
It's
you
sad.
don't, like you don't want.
Because you've been doing it your whole life.
I was willing to die.
Can't eat
I was
correctly.
willing to just like quietly die than I was to ask my friend to help me.
Yeah, you can't say Heimlich though.
I'm at the point where like I can't speak. I'm choking that hard.
Oh, you threw-
Bro, I put my little bitty hands down my throat and started pulling the cheese up, and thank God it was still attached.
Oh my god!
To, like, save
I'm
myself.
gonna throw up.
That's a lot.
That's amazing.
And
Yeah.
my
That's some
friends
strong
just
cheese.
chatting along about Yu-Gi-Oh. No one's looking
just
at
think
They
me.
didn't see you
Yeah.
revealing like
there
the
goes
fucking
Wayne.
loogie.
Yeah,
I'm pulling his food out of his mouth.
Like a clown with fucking handkerchiefs. Pepperoni.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's like
underwear.
It's it's a testimony to how cheesy Pizza Hut pizza is.
I love it.
or
though.
how it was.
Pizza
How it
Hut was the
was,
bar for me as a kid.
It
that was a good place.
the
like-
red cups you could see through.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Coke.
bring that up. Those
Coke.
cups are amazing.
Yeah.
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 I guess you can
You
buy
could
them
drop
on
those
Amazon.
things from fucking 20 miles above, and they would just bounce and clink for like
Yeah,
days.
those things.
They never stop.
There's
you
a
could
place.
come back a
there's
week
place
later
in
and that
Lakeland
cup.
called Fat Jack's, and they had those cups.
Yeah,
That's
those cups.
That's-
Like,
And
Those cups
dude,
are great.
The last time I went in for a breakfast meeting, I asked a lady behind the counter. This is not the staff you want to ask questions to. I was like, "Can I have one of these cups?" And she goes, "We don't take one. I don't care." And
Yeah,
I was-
right?
and
Yeah.
I'm
Why did you ask?
Thank
They've
you.
seen some wars.
Yeah, and I was just like, the way you said it makes me want to leave it, though. You know what I mean? Like,
a lot of times those cups, like
You wanna
get
risk it.
good ice.
Yeah.
At those places.
Oh yeah,
You
know,
get those
can
cups
you?
with the good ice.
quality ice.
It's got a cinder block chain to it.
Yeah, quality ice is a thing. I
gotta
go
have
to
quality
Raising
ice.
Cane's because of the ice there.
Ice
it the
is a
little,
thing.
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
the little ones,
Captain D's had
like
crushed ice.
Sonic ice.
you
Yeah,
can get
Sonic
it. You
ice
can
is
buy
amazing.
bags of it.
Yep.
I know Chick-fil-A sells bags of ice that you can get for $3.
Pretentious.
Yep.
Yeah,
You buy your ice.
Chick-fil-A
out.
ice.
Well, yeah, we have to because our ice maker broke.
Oh, okay. No,
And,
that's-
he wants it like saved.
Yeah, and I also want. Yeah, it's Christian ice.
Yeah,
That's what we got Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So it's
bigoted.
I like.
Get saved ice.
I prefer to call it hate
Not
ice.
shaved.
Yeah,
hate
Dude,
ice.
they should sell it. Saved ice.
Yeah,
Dude, my
not
wa-
shaved ice.
Yeah,
saved ice.
that's actually great. My wife texted me a couple months ago. She goes, "Hey, the ice machine broke," and I was like, "What's it called? So, how do we fix that? We call somebody out to fix it, you know?"
Yeah.
There's no one that does that.
Yeah, no one does it.
It's
And
not that
No
job.
one, yeah.
I saw the
I
price
don't
of a
know.
new fridge, and I'm like, the entire fridge works perfect. I'm not gonna buy a new $3,000 fridge for the ice maker.
No,
like
absolutely
Yeah.
not.
And so,
I mean, it did leave you with a big
those
solid
trays.
block.
I
Yeah.
know.
When it broke, it stopped producing normal size ice
No,
and
it's
just made one
I
big.
just need a chisel.
yes,
Yeah, he's got a chisel.
like a penguin can write on it. And we have to shave it down.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm anemic, but I love ice, man, a lot.
that's like a thing. Like repair guy, it just doesn't exist anymore.
no,
It's a lost.
the
it's a
trade.
lost trade.
Yeah, like I feel like those people come out of a box when they're called.
Why?
Like I've
Right.
never seen
like,
the
charge you
dishwasher
3
repairman in
times.
real life.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah.
because they-
I've seen it on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
They've already moved on to other businesses,
Yeah.
but they still have the knowledge. So if you call them, like I'll fix it, but it's going to cost you almost as much as a new fridge.
Yeah.
And
So-
I could fit you in January.
Yeah.
March.
In the meantime, can you buy ice from Chick-fil-A?
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Saved ice.
$3,
You can buy
bro.
anything from them. Yeah.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
their uniform.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah.
I'll say this, man. Those kids are trained well, dude. Like they
They're
make,
kind.
They make me believe they love being there, and maybe they do love being there. But
Yeah.
bro, they're the nicest kids. Like
Culver's too.
Yeah. Culver's. Yeah.
Culver's has,
Publix.
so Culver's has Chick-fil-A.
Well, I can't support Publix anymore just because groceries. They're so expensive now.
What do you
and
think?
they don't pay their farmers.
Immokalee workers. Yeah.
That's
They don't
the
pay the
This is
tomato
true.
farmers.
But I will say this: Culver's has like triple the menu, which okay, if you think about it, you go, where you? I mean, like obviously the food's not going to be like quality if
Yeah.
you're offering a menu that
Correct.
size.
Yeah, you got to specialize in something like
Right.
chimichurri.
Right.
Don't get your sushi at 7-Eleven.
100%.
Some of them are good.
But okay, can we just say
Yeah.
the other day we bought cake from 7-Eleven and it was one of the best
Yeah.
pieces
It's
of
like-
cake.
Was
Yeah.
it locally sourced though?
Oh, I think it's a Cake Boss on it, like the Cake Boss vending machine.
I think I heard you guys
I
talking
eat at
about it on,
those.
on
Yeah,
a
we
recent
did.
episode. You did, yeah.
We were telling
that
the
woman
truth.
was very upset that you got her a 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and honestly,
kidding,
like
she
we got
wasn't.
it as like a funny thing, and then we took a bite and we are like, oh,
Let's
dang.
go.
And it's like no
Yeah.
business being that good, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I eat a Cake Boss every time I land in the Las Vegas airport.
get
It's
one?
in the where the carousel is. So
Yeah.
while I'm
No
waiting for
kidding.
my bag, I buy one every single time.
The rainbow one.
I get red velvet.
Nothing bunt cakes around here is the one
Oh
that just.
yeah, that's what you brought us.
Yes,
last
I brought
time.
you that last
And
time.
then one opened. I think they were waiting for you to
Oh,
break
which
the
by the way, I
seal.
want to thank you guys. I'm holding Gary's cup, so I got one as well.
Yeah.
They got us these really bad. Oh, you got shit in
Oh,
there.
on the
Yeah,
table.
what you got in
man?
there?
Come
I was
on.
drinking my water.
You're
out of it.
actually drinking out of it already? Did you wash it?
You monster. It's
I
pre-washed.
figured that they brought it washed.
My man's got vodka
He
in
filled
there.
that
What's
present within seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it was.
You got to
there.
make sure it doesn't leak.
Yeah. It was
I-
Quality
They
control.
quality tested your
Yeah.
present in
yeah,
front
now
of
your
you.
notes are all wet.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't used them once,
And
so
your
it doesn't
table's all
matter.
wet,
That's
so, like,
actually
oh,
It's
pretty.
the only thing I put on here is water when I wipe it.
Yeah.
That's it.
If his notes say like tickles to Captain D's, if it's like
Dude, it
everything
does.
we
Yeah, no, could you imagine?
Save dice.
I'm like one of those fucking like people that like the mental guys. Who are
Yeah.
like, you've got Captain D's.
yeah,
It's got all
old
the
Darren
things
Brown.
that, like, if I start talking about it, he shuts it down immediately.
There's very few things that would make me quit podcasting with my best friend. But if I found out I had Captain D's energy and people just like knew it before I walked in, I'd be like,
Yeah.
hey man, I can't do it anymore,
He's
bro.
gonna
Like
pick up and
Captain D's energy.
Yeah, like this guy loves Captain D's. You can tell
that just
a mile away.
That's the rumor going around about me is
he's a nice guy, but he loves Captain D's.
Yeah, just whatever you do, don't start him. Don't start
Don't get
talking
him
to him
going on
about
that
seafood.
loves
It's
it,
gonna be
bro.
a long
Yeah.
day.
once he hears the word hush puppy, it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it is in my mind now.
They were
Hush
good.
puppies are fucking delicious.
Within a week, I'll have it. I think.
Is it just dough? A hush
I think it's
puppy?
fried dough.
The cornmeal.
It's go yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Cornmeal rolled into a ball, fried. It's got like a onion, garlic type of thing in it.
Wow.
Cornbread
Didn't
hush
know we were
puppies
sitting
might
here
be a
with a
thing.
hush puppy expert.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's
really
something
good.
about
I'm
it.
from fucking Okeechobee, Florida. Everything's fried down there in fish.
Is it hush puppies?
Yeah, hush puppies there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
bro, one of the first things we did when I met my wife's family, their friends had a tobacco farm and they had a lake that they populated with catfish.
Oh,
and
wow.
and I'm, dude,
Money.
if you know me, I can't do any of that stuff. I should be able to, but I can't. And we get there, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna catch our dinner tonight, and then come inside and cook it." And I was like, "What does that even mean?" And like, we're gonna go out and catch catfish, and then come inside and cook
catfish
it.
nuggets.
noodles?
Yeah, I guess I'm starving. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know how to.
Is
Like
this
I
a game
understand
show?
the process too,
Yeah,
but it's that those middle steps I'm unfamiliar with, and I'm not going to
100%.
do them.
if I had somebody to cast the line for me, and then let me reel it in, that'd be kind of fun.
Like a dad?
Oh, a dad. That's it. Yeah,
The Craigslist ad looking for
real thrower.
someone
or
to tickle me. Someone
Tickle me.
Catch my
throw a
fish,
ball.
tickle me.
Catch my
Yeah.
fish.
Throw a ball.
This
take-
got sad.
teach me how to change a tire.
This is how you catch a predator.
How do I shave?
How
Yeah.
do I shave? Please teach me the
goodness.
birds and the bees.
Yeah. That was the name of our last episode.
yeah, last episode, birds and bees.
You know what? Before we wrap up, because we just went on a tangent, which is what we usually do when we all get
Yeah.
together, which I love more than anything. That's why I
we gotta
abandoned
do
my
it
notes
more
within
often.
seconds. I have to at least know I'm prepared,
Yeah.
Same.
but I never follow what I've
I
prepared.
think we should like start going over the notes.
Oh, we
Yeah,
should.
let's just do it.
Absolutely.
Let's
We're
do
going to
it.
talk about
It's all
the term.
really sad
No,
stuff, like
it is.
the tsunami in Indonesia.
No, I
That
want you
happened?
guys to have a chance to talk about Florida Man on Florida Man and tell everybody what they can find there. Because I have to tell you, it's one of my favorite shows.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
you guys like family.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And I'll give you a quick plug. If you want to hear about Florida Raw from behind the scenes,
Nice.
Yes.
from behind the scenes, everybody sees what's on the camera and the guy with the samurai swords on the corner, you know,
Yes.
doing
Yeah.
his thing.
Dude.
Yeah.
But when you know
Yeah.
where that guy comes from,
Right.
that's a whole different conversation.
People send us stuff that we're not meant to have. And,
I can only imagine.
yeah, and so we used to have a guy, and he would just send us like iPhone photos, and be like, "Cops are responding on this street. You should probably know about it." Like it was like his thing.
Yeah, he had police scanner.
Yeah, and I think and then like
Aw, poor guy. He
entrenched,
just wanted to be involved in something
we
bigger
let
than
him.
himself.
Yeah, we let him, and don't we all? And like the articles that get sent into us. Like I mean, dude, when we say it's low hanging fruit on our show, I mean like.
It's got it.
Yeah, we
every
write
week.
we write a good portion of the games we play and that kind of stuff. You know, 'cause we like to have fun, interactive things. But as far as the headlines go, man, it's just there for the taking.
You can't
You
keep
know?
up. Yeah.
You can't make it up, bro. Like we are decent writers. I mean, I said to somebody today, Josh is the best writer I've ever met in my life. But you can't write these types of things that really
No.
happen in Florida. They just happen. There's the energy and something in the water.
Gwendolyn, the pizza eating gator.
100%. Yeah.
You don't write that unless
No.
you're, on LSD.
Yeah.
No, there was a person that was taken to heaven by a gator not too long ago in Florida, and they interviewed the neighbor, and the neighbor they asked the neighbor, did you feel like, why didn't you jump in and save her? And he goes, well, I called to her and she said, he said, swim this way. She goes, can't, Gator got me. And like that was the
That's so Florida.
that was the interview.
Yeah.
And like no one
Yeah.
batted an eye. And-
It's the politeness of like, I need to reply
yes
to this guy, someone speaking to me,
Yes.
but also Gator got me.
Yeah, Gator got me.
Florida does have a phenomenon where it's very politely white trash.
Oh yeah. No.
Your politeness will come with a yes sir and a yes ma'am for some.
And I'll say this, like anybody that's traveled a bit, like will tell you, like I mean, like Florida is oddly polite, and so is the South. I've been in places
Not
that,
in cars though.
no.
If you're in a car, it's like
Yeah.
you're just a rage hall.
It's
Well,
crazy.
a good friend of mine was born and raised in London, and she told me like she was like it weirded me out when I met you guys, like how nice you were. She was like, because she's like in England, like people don't ask you how you're doing or how your day is or like that kind of stuff. Like she's like,
There's a difference.
it's a uniquely Southern American thing. And what's odd about it is, in my experience in our industry,
Like Bolivia,
Yeah.
yes,
Southern American.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Georgia, the country. No. But people they mean it when they ask you like how you're doing. They want to know about your day. You know what I mean? Like it's like a bartender type thing. You know, like it's a. But yeah, we love our show, man. I mean, it's from FMOFM podcast is FMOFM. That's where you can find stuff. But it's behind the scenes. I think. I mean, Josh can attest to this. I mean, like most of the stories we tell are oddly true.
Oh yeah, easily. And like we highlighted, I mean, there's enough that comes out week to week that we could have a Florida Man on Florida Man after dark because we don't highlight the deaths and stuff.
Yeah,
Dude.
And that's most of the stuff.
Actually, on my list of things that I was going to talk about was like the psychology and perception of things that happen in Florida and what we're not talking about, why, these types of phenomenons happen. That's why I said behind the scenes.
Of course.
I could see you guys doing a very amazing Florida After Dark show where we get to look and see how these things come to fruition.
Sure.
Or the things that you wouldn't want to discuss during a family-friendly.
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we haven't done it, and honestly, we probably will now. After
Yeah. I think we're very we want to be overly respectful.
yeah,
Of course you do.
To the people that maybe
And there's a way to do it. It's the approach. It's this storyline to end with whatever happened.
Yeah.
And it allows people to become real. You could be that, that meth head on the corner, whatever it is. But if you go back and do a root cause analysis and you discuss that person, suddenly it's a very sad scenario for people that were just
that
judging in
happened
the
to us.
moment.
Yeah.
we did a headline, and the headlines tend to be on our show because our show's segmented, so it's like headlines and then like some kind of game or a bit or and then some kind of like story or whatever. And then we were doing a headline, which I say that to say are pretty like low key, low stress. We're just reading headlines, right?
Yeah.
We're not taking responsibility. For
Usually
anything.
food crime. Someone
It's a lot of
slapped,
food crime, bro.
slapped with food.
And we did the story about this guy that went to Walmart.
Alfredo.
And yeah.
Alfredo. Yeah.
This guy went into Walmart and he stole some stuff, but I forget how it happened, but it was comical how he did it. And so we're laughing, carrying on. And someone
I think he had a excessively large like slab of ribs like in his pants.
Yeah, no, I think that was it.
Yeah. I think
That was it.
Yeah.
Right. And then someone wrote in that week and said, that's so and so. I hired him back in the day and fought to save him, but he really is not doing well. And
he was a good guy back then.
it changed the whole story.
Yeah, it's like,
we spent the week
like
laughing
that.
at this guy,
yeah,
with
slab of
ribs
ribs
in
in the pants.
And it is a fine line
I mean,
because
he had a bone in his pants.
He had a bunch
He had a
of
bunch
them.
of bones
Yeah.
in his
And I
pants.
think-
Like, that's hard not to.
with comedy, which is what our show strives to be, and being lighthearted is like, nothing's really off limits to an extent. And so I think we try to, like Josh said, deeply respect people. And so like what we tend to look for are victimless crimes. Where,
I'm with you. Yeah.
where it's like we're very careful to say, is it funny that someone threw a pizza at somebody in an argument, and why is it always food related crimes? Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
It's still domestic abuse, right? So there's that. So there is there's a line there, and
You're right.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
right, and and I think that's the thing is like with our show is I just told somebody this the other day. We didn't mention COVID on our show until the pandemic was like almost like 3.5 months old.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to be an escape for people, right? We wanted to like let people sign in for an hour.
Who wants to talk about it?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And so like then we got to the point where we had to. I think one of us had it or something. We had to
Yeah.
like talk about it. But it was like we tried to avoid things that are going to bum people out. You know, because it's just like we just want people to be happy. And,
Yeah, we see the bum out shit constantly. It's like,
Oh, you don't have to tell me. You should see what we get in our inbox for fucking ideas to come on a show.
God.
We're called the Tragedy Academy, and I'm not. I want people to send things and share their stories or apply to come on, but it can get fucking heavy, really heavy. Or man, people seem to think that we're the self-help podcast and that we need to sell somebody's, change your life fucking program every other day.
Yeah.
We've got to really sift through that. And that's not to say that there aren't good ones out there. You don't get a calling and create something without a good intention unless it's money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just do your fucking thing and people will come to you.
Yep. What I think too, like you're meant to do what you're meant to do, right? So like someone said yesterday, they were talking about they work with kids who have been abused and taken from homes and stuff. And someone asked the question in the panel discussion. Someone said, "How do you do that day in and day out without being sad?" And she goes, "I just have the capacity to do it." And she goes, "To give you an example, I can't work with the elderly." She goes, "It really makes me upset." And she goes, "So I have to do what I have the capacity to do." And I think that's similar to like you guys have the capacity to do what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so therefore you have to do it. And then vice versa. We have our gifts and whatever. Everybody's different. And so I think like it's a fancy way of saying staying in your lane. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
Like Josh and I have had offers to cover some stuff, and then we both were like, nah.
Yeah.
You're going to pass on that?
Yeah. Like animals and stuff.
Yeah.
Sad dogs. I'm like, can't do it.
No, cannot.
Can't touch it.
Yeah.
If Sarah McLaughlin's in the background, I'm leaving.
Oh, yeah. It's turning off.
It's a no-go.
We're actually using her music to make fun of Ron DeSantis this coming week.
That's hard.
We did a whole special about his campaign, and we're using her background music.
Oh,
he
no.
killed it, right? He's like right up there.
Yeah, he
He's like
killed something.
$300 million or something.
Yeah, I think he's got some kind of humiliation kink, and so he decided to.
Yeah, them boots were. I don't even talk politics
for
or
walking,
anything. The
yeah.
mother humper those look ridiculous.
Oh, yeah,
We
And he still can't dunk.
No.
I mean, if you're getting like, some high tops.
and he's not that short, right?
I don't think so. I think it added 2 inches. It was
What's up with his teeth grinding constantly, man? That's so weird.
I think that's cocaine.
no.
Yeah, or something. But
Cocaine in those tall shoes, like he thinks it's like boogie nights.
yeah,
Yeah.
he thinks
Dirk
he's seen-
Ziggler shows
I
up.
would respect him more if you put a goldfish in the heel of that boot.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be cool.
I mean, as a guy that's not very tall, like I've thought of many ways, like in the past, and like you just can't do it though.
No,
like the
you
femur
can't do something noticeable.
stretching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like walking on 2 milk crates when you come in a room.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
What's going on, everybody?
all of a sudden you're
Guys.
like 5'7", and you're like, look at me, I'm 5'7".
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? And then, but you're 5'7", got the
100%.
stupid shoes.
Yeah.
I'd rather be the 5'4" guy with the best kicks in the room. If you
Yeah,
wanna make fun of
true.
me, like I'll cut you.
Yeah.
Get him.
That's what we need for the DeSantis campaign. It's like that quote right there is great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You can have that one. That one's free.
Thanks,
Well,
Steve.
I think we've done the Lord's work today.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
Looking forward to future collabs. Like
Definitely.
we do, man.
I'm really surprised we waited this long.
Now, you know what? Life happens.
Yeah,
and
we
in the
got-
entertainment industry, and I find myself getting like sad at times when I feel like I'm not getting a hold of the people that I am in the industry with because I'm like, I don't love it anymore.
Yeah.
You kind of feel that way, but then you think about it, like how many people have I not been able to answer?
And it's funny.
Fucking so many.
It's funny because, like, especially like from a logistics standpoint, like you guys are equally busy and crushing it, right? And then
Probably more busy.
yeah, right. And we're very, very busy. And it's always the follow up text that will get me because like I'll open something and read it, and then like 3 months will go by, and then I'll get like a follow up
Always.
text or a text unrelated. And then I'll
Yep.
see the text above it, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I try to do the unread thing, like where I'll leave it unread, but then I have some obscene number on my
Oh, yeah.
messages that
Yeah.
just defeats me before I even look at it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Then you just blank them all out, and then
You start over.
Throw your
New
phone away.
friends.
It is a weird thing. I developed this thing the other day. I said on my close friends on Instagram, I said, it's not that I'm not texting back right now. It's that I have writer's block. I don't.
Nice.
I love that.
I don't know how to
Wow.
express myself. So
Yeah.
I'm just I'm on Instagram, but I'm on Reels because I'm trying to decompress. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yep.
If I'm pooping,
Yeah.
it's either
Back to
you know
pooping. It's full circle.
it is, dude. Hey man, I think that you handle so many things now from the can.
Hey man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Everything.
It's a safe space too, man.
Oh, it
Like
is.
sensory overload. You go in there, it's
Oh,
quiet.
yeah. It is a nice space.
My wife told me the other day, we were a couple months ago, she was like, how do you think you would poop less? Like you would be in there less amount of time if you didn't have your phone with you.
Yes.
That's an
And I
offensive
go,
question
and I
to
go,
ask.
and I was like, yeah, I would. And she goes, you should try it. And I'm not kidding you. I almost had a panic attack.
Right?
Did you ever read like the back of like the air
Shampoo
freshener?
bottle.
that was-
Literally
yeah.
start doing that.
Ether
I can't do that.
glycol 3
Yeah.
polyoxalate
Yeah.
something or other.
There's something.
Yeah.
This guy memorized it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I just made some shit up. But
That's close.
yeah, but my thing is like I remember going in and like not having my phone.
What
and being
is
like,
that?
What do I do?
What is
It's
it,
all back to that
torture?
shame. It's all back to that like like we're not meant to be doing
Yeah.
this, I guess, or
I
something.
think
but,
the stink contributes to the shame. I
Yeah.
think if it smelled
Does
good,
it?
you wouldn't be so shamed.
oh, true.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
Yeah.
I feel like something that is inherently made by you
Yeah.
should not make you ashamed at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell that to my dad.
Got him.
Oh my god.
He's talking
dude.
about himself.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to cry or laugh.
Can't even cast a fishing pole.
we were certainly not the fishing type of family. Like,
Gary, you're not a fisherman?
yeah,
What?
no.
You don't have waders
We have-
or
I mean, when the river catches on fire in your town, and
That's not a good sign
That's
for
bad.
anybody.
Cleveland rocks.
Yeah.
Cleveland
yeah,
rocks.
Yeah.
people fish, I guess. But
The ecosystem can't be good if.
yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad.
Yeah.
No. All right. Well, let's wrap it up.
We're honored, man. Thank you guys.
Genuinely
you.
appreciate you guys. Gary, you got anything you want to wrap up with?
I don't know, my face hurts, which is like the same thing that happened last time we were together. So that's good.
God, that's a good
The
sign.
laugh.
Good
Yep.
sign,
That's
bro.
the bar.
Yeah.
It
we
is.
have to
dude.
hit
You
every
know you had a
time.
good show when you feel like you've exercised some demons through laughter.
Dude,
Oh,
time
easily.
flew by. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like with you guys, it's never work. With you guys, we're just hanging out and catching up, and people get the opportunity to listen to us hanging
Yep.
out.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
It's
So,
not on
no,
topic or anything like that because it doesn't need to be. I'm not going to talk to you that way any other time.
no, 100%.
And honestly, I'm more nervous for our shows than when we were coming here.
oh yeah, oh
Just
yeah.
get to hang out.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that case?
We weren't
though?
nervous coming to you guys either.
Cool.
Yeah.
Except for when I saw that your badass studio and the giant thing, I was like, I saw it was like you were sitting in front of a spotlight, like Abu Ghraib or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know how to light things, so we just add more light.
Flood it.
No, it's beautiful, man. I
Thank
love
you.
your set. You put a lot of time into it. The branding's amazing. The color's amazing. I love all of that stuff. You can see the details,
Appreciate
which
it.
is what really matters, and the details show in your shows. So, from
Appreciate you
us
guys
to
a
you,
lot.
thank you.
Yeah, thank
And remember, everybody, be cool and keep learning.
That was great, fellas.
Doing the Lord.
Wow. That's too easy.